No, my friends, you don't have deja vu. It is already time for another minimalist makeup declutter. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another makeup declutter. I feel like I just did one of these a minute ago, but it's a new year and the word refresh has been on my mind. And the easiest way to do that, at least for me, is by decluttering. So my declutters are never going to look like the other ones on YouTube that are like, I got rid of 100 palettes. I probably have just over 20 pieces of makeup. So I'm not gonna be getting rid of a ton of stuff. And that means that I'm extremely intentional with the things that I do have. So I'm gonna give you a bird's eye view of my entire collection just to give you a better understanding of exactly what's in this container. And then after that, we are going to head into our first category, which is coverage. All right, everyone, let's get a much better view of my makeup collection. There she is in all her glory. The only thing that you can't see here are these two little hidden products from NARS. So yes, this is my collection in its entirety. So now that you have a bit better idea of how big my collection is, let's get started on the declutter. All right, so complexion, here we go. So I have one powder here and two concealers. Now the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is absolutely going in the keep for me. I can't live without this. Absolutely love it. So this one is definitely going in the keep pile. Second up is the Glossier Stretch. This is a very new product for me. This one is in the shade G8. And I actually don't love the shade. It is a touch darker than medium, but just enough so where it makes a significant difference on me at least. And it tends to lean a little orangey. So I'm a bit disappointed actually in this product. I love the consistency. I love the way it performs, but I'm just not really loving the color. That being said, I don't think I'm going to declutter it today. I'm not ready, and I know I am still going to use it. It looks a lot better in person than it does in camera. So I definitely am still going to use it, but it's one that I'm not super sold on, and plus you guys know me, I tend to try to stick towards just one product, and I do already have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in my collection. So for concealers, two seems a little excessive, but we are going to be keeping it for now. Now this one on the other hand is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. If you've been around my channel, you know how I feel about this. It is like the best product of all time, but I think I am running low, if not empty. Yeah, I'm practically empty on that one. So this one will be heading to the declutter pile, and I will just be simply replacing it. All right, so the complexion / coverage products are done. And next up are cream cheek products that have a bit of color. So cream cheek products coming in. Now I think I can just tell in my heart of hearts I'm not ready to get rid of either of these today, but they're both close. So the Cloud Paint is an amazing product, truly fantastic, but it is matte. And I am kind of looking for a one and done product where it kind of is a hybrid of a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer, but it's just such a good product and I don't really have too much left, so I am going to be keeping it and using up the rest. And then the Solar Paint is exactly what I was hoping to get with that all-around product. It's a very warm bronzer, so it almost has that element of looking like a blush, and it has a little bit of luminescence to it as well. I have this one in the shade Ray, and I forgot to mention that I have the Cloud Paint in the shade Dusk. This is brand new to me, so I don't think I could part with it mentally anyways, but it doesn't really hit the mark on blendability for me. It kind of gets a little patchy, but again, it's one of those products that looks better in person than it does on camera, and it's just a really easy product to slap on the face. So I am going to be keeping it in my collection for now. So putting down the cream cheek products, next category is powder cheek products. All right, cheek products coming in. These are my little powder babies. Just gonna tell you right now, there's no way I'm getting rid of any of these. Let's start with the NARS Fort de France though. Oh, just such a beautiful highlight. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Absolutely not getting rid of that anytime soon. And then we have the NARS Zen Blush. This has since been discontinued, but again, it is just so gorgeous. It doesn't even really look like a blush. It kind of looks more like a bronzer, but it does have that element of warmth that I really enjoy. Absolutely going to be using this up, not decluttering it. And third and final is the NARS Laguna bronzer. An absolute classic, but I just realized fairly recently that this isn't matte. This actually has some shimmer to it, which I don't enjoy. I had never noticed it on the face before, which is kind of strange, but I did notice it in a recent swatch I did. So I am going to lovingly use this up and appreciate every moment with it. But when it's done, and it's only a little mini, so it shouldn't take too long. When this is done, I am probably going to repurchase the NARS Laguna matte version because I believe they do have one of those. But for now, it's staying in my collection. So now we're moving away from cheek powder products and going on to eye powder products, aka eyeshadow. We're heading into the eye territory now, and let's chat eyeshadow. So I just have this little NARS Voyageur eyeshadow palette in the shade Copper. It is really, really beautiful. It has 6 shades, 3 mattes, 3 like shimmery shades. The problem is I really don't like this middle section, okay? Neither of these 2 oranges really speak to me. They are a little too punchy for my liking, and it's made me want to declutter this palette time and time again. But the truth is, these 4 shades on this side, both the mattes and these 2 shimmer shades at the bottom, are beautiful, and I do like them. Do I use this very often in my makeup collection? No, I don't. I'm not a big eyeshadow wearer, but it is so versatile and such a great little palette. Even though I only use 4 of them, I'm still going to be keeping it just to extend the looks, especially seeing that I do like to do some makeup looks here on YouTube. And the next category we have to chat about is eyebrows. Heading into brows now, and it's a very simple category. The NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. You know how I feel about this. It is my ride or die. Now, that being said, I don't think this is a perfect match for me anymore. It's coming up a little warm. I've been blonde for like the past 5 years, and I am now growing out my hair naturally. It's a little cooler toned and a little bit darker than this pencil. So I think what I'm gonna do is use this up, and then the next time I have to go repurchase one of these, I will just opt for a little bit deeper of a shade, but for now it's staying in my collection. And then here's another new product for me, Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Brown. I don't know if you can see the shade there. Well, I have it upside down, so that probably doesn't help. Okay, so we have this Glossier Boy Brow, and you know what? I love this. It just is so easy to use. It's such a great product. But again, I think I went a little too warm for this. I think there is a dark brown if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to use this up lovingly, but then when I go to repurchase, I think I'm going to go with the darker brown color. But of course for now, as with everything, even though it's not perfect, it's staying in my collection. Still focused on the eye area, but moving away from eyebrows, next up is eyeliner. Eyeliners, let's get into it. This is the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper Black, I believe, yes. So I have some thoughts. I used to use this years and years ago. I thought it was the best eyeliner, and then just like a few months after using it, it got dry and weird and then wouldn't apply properly. Well, lo and behold, I bought it again. Come on, focus. hello, hello. I bought it again and I was like, oh, I remember this to be the best eyeliner. I'm gonna give it another shot, but I remember it doing something funky. Well, guess what? It has done the funky thing again. I can't get it to go on smooth anymore. I keep cleaning like the little felt tip and making sure that there's no debris on it, but I just can't seem to get it to get a nice, thick, opaque line. It is almost unusable at this point. So it is actually going in the declutter pile. And I had to run to my bedroom, but I think I'm going to cheat. This was in a declutter not too long ago, my NYX Epic Ink Liner. I was saving it for my mom because it's never been opened. It was in my backstock, but I am going to have to add it to the mix because I just cannot handle that Kat Von D liner anymore. And now I have both of my NYX retractable eyeliners. One is simply in the shade black and one is in the shade white. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but I actually think I'm going to declutter the white. The black I still use in my lower waterline, but the white to me is just feeling a little youthful, a little too I don't want to use the word childish because that's not right, but it's a little too much for me right now. It's a little too bold of a look and I am really not using it. I also have a whole new theory on how I curate this minimalist makeup collection and I will explain that in an upcoming video, but suffice it to say this white eyeliner does not fit into the mix. I am not using it. I don't intend on using it. I know it brightens up the eye area, but it's a little too stark for me. So I am going to say goodbye to this NYX retractable eyeliner in the shade white. All right, eyeliners are done. So eyeliners are all done, and the next step in my routine is to pop on some mascara. And here are my mascaras. I have a story for you. So I bought a whole pack of mini mascaras where I got to test them all and then I got to pick my favorite. I thought I was a genius. I was saving so much money. I was getting 5 mascaras for a cheap price plus an entire full bottle. I should have stuck to my minimalist principles and knowing that I should do the research and just find that one good mascara that works for me, because they all ended up being mascaras I did not love. I barely liked some of them. Like, I really didn't enjoy the vast majority of them. My favorite was this Rare Beauty mascara, and I did purchase a full tube of it. So I've had this one for a few months. It's not empty, but I'm just tired of it. And I know I have a full tube to use still. So I am going to be passing along the Rare Beauty mascara. And that leaves us with the Lancome Lash Idole mascara in black. This mascara I do like, but it is more of an everyday look. And if you know me, I like a very punchy mascara look, which this does not provide. However, before I go on to my full tube of the Rare Beauty mascara, I intend on using this up. So I am going to keep this, and it is going to be the only mascara in my collection for now. Once mascara is done, we head into the best category of all, and it is also the final makeup category we will be chatting about today. Let's see if there's anything to get rid of in my lip collection. All right, and here is my biggest category, lips. These two are part of like my everyday rotation. They are my NYX retractable lip liners. One is in the shade red and this one is simply in the shade nude. These are like my tried or true ride or dies. They're not going anywhere, so I'm absolutely going to be keeping them. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Reshape and Resize lip liner in the shade Pillow Talk 2 Medium. Now this was a bit of a bonus because this was a gift. That being said, I use it all the time. This would be an easy thing for me to declutter. You know, it's on its way out. It's just a little nubbin left, but I love it. I love having it around, so much so that I am considering adding another full lip liner to my everyday collection, like a deeper, darker nude. So I am absolutely going to be keeping this and lovingly using the rest of it. Now, last but certainly not least is my coveted my precious Glossier lip gloss. Best lip gloss on the planet in my humble opinion. But I can't get any more out. It is empty. It is done. I have tried, okay? Like, it is truly, it's just done. And it's so sad to me. But this one is going to be going in the declutter pile. But have no fear, have no fear. I bought a backup, so I don't have to be without this product. This one just has to go to the declutter pile. All right, so let's bring in the rejects. Here is the declutter pile. Now, 5 products might not seem like a lot to you, but when you have a makeup collection of around 20-ish, 5 is actually a huge declutter. I have a pretty curated minimalist makeup collection, and these 5 products just either are empties or they aren't serving me right now, and this is actually quite a big declutter for me. So just as a recap, we are getting rid of the Too Youthful NYX retractable eyeliner in the shade white, the tattoo liner from Kat Von D that did be dirty. I am so sad about this. It just does not work anymore. The Glossier lip gloss. This one's just in the shade transparent. I know it does have a pinky hue. Trust me, it just shows up completely clear on the lips, but this is an empty that I am getting rid of. The Rare Beauty, which I can't put it any other way, but I am just sick of it. It's not an empty. I'm just sick of it. I don't want it in my collection anymore. I know I'm gonna have to use up a full tube soon, so I want to switch to something else before that. That's why I kept the Lancome one. And this one I would never part with. This is just an empty. This is my coveted Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder, and I absolutely am going to get a replacement for this soon. So out with the old, in with the new. Let's get all of my existing makeup, the stuff that I chose to stay, back and organized into my little gray bin. All right, and there we go. Now, of course, there is a little bit of extra space because I am missing the replacement to my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm also missing the replacement to my Glossier, so it looks a little spacious in there, but that's the general gist, that's the general idea, and I am loving the way that this turned out. I am forever looking to simplify and streamline, and I am just so happy with how this makeup collection is looking now after that declutter. So that's it, my friends, and I really am feeling refreshed. Everything is fitting so much better in this little container. Oh, it just feels so good to clear out the old. If anything, I'm feeling more inspired to use my makeup collection, which if anyone has been following this channel the last little while, you know that I have really not been in a phase where I've been loving doing my makeup. It seems more like a chore than something that I really love lately. So this clear out, this refresh is actually really helping me like thoroughly enjoy the products that I have, and is inspiring me to create different looks and just basically put on makeup again. So I'm ending this video feeling grateful, and of course, I hope that you enjoyed coming along on this declutter. If you did happen to like it, feel free to give it a like if you like me, if you like the content that I'm producing on my channel in general here, then definitely consider subscribing. It would truly mean the world to me. All right, everyone, well, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, and yeah, just thank you so much for being here, and I really hope to catch you in my next minimalism video. All right, everyone, bye for now. Bye.